The idea of art occurred to me as a kid in elementary and middle school because all my teachers encouraged it. If you have a talent in drawing, the teachers take that as a sign that you could be an artist because they associated that as a major skill to do that, and it's a rare skill. It's amazing how rare it is. Being able to draw and being an artist are two entirely different universes. They're not really related. To be an artist is complicated and varied depending upon the individual and the circumstances. I embrace aesthetic experience and thinking as interconnected and inseparable. That is contrary to the way ideologies of art practice have evolved over time. Some people have suspicion about attaching ideas to feeling experiences because they think that that attachment is artificial and undermines what the experience of art is. I've been arguing against that kind of binary for years. I found that I had this problem with the idea of self-expression and subjectivity and expressivity, and as a strategy for making art, it was not meaningful to me. I came up with the idea that rather than producing work out of my imagination, I'll produce work that is produced by a system. That rather than having those marks be the consequence of my imagination, they're a consequence of a set of rules and decision. And I found that if I let that happen, if I set up a rule-based system to produce works of art, then things happen in that work that I could never have imagined in a million years. The rules set up a structure that is really kind of sublime, that the parameters of which you really can't comprehend. Pieces that the museum owns in Walnut Tree Orchard. So the rules was in that series was to take a picture of a tree and convert the contour of the tree into numbers. And that would be one piece. Then I would redraw that contour of the tree in numbers. And I would select another tree and put the contour of that tree behind the first one. And I would do this one by one by one. And that piece, I think there are 27 overlapping trees. So what you call the crown of the tree gets denser and denser and denser as the branches, in overlapping, begin to fill the space of the crown. This then drawing became the beginning of the body of work that led to what I refer to as the grid work. At a certain point in the evolution of that series, I started using a plexibox structure, where rather than set together side by side, I paint the grid of the tree on top of the photograph of the tree. In order to be interested in making art, you have to be interested in making objects, whether they're material or conceptual. But you have to be interested in making objects that become understood as images. That's something to contemplate and think about. The idea of drawing is a remnant of European history. If you want to be an abstract painter, you still have to learn how to draw first and master those skills in order to make abstract art. That's nonsense because I know a lot of artists who can draw, I know a lot of artists who can't, or who have no interest in it. The direction of their ideas don't require it.